Colonel Sanders remains the face of KFC decades later, a timeless image that still anchors one of the world's biggest fast food brands. This video traces how a single man's legacy built a billion-dollar empire and how KFC evolved from founder-led branding into a full-blown marketing icon. We trace the logo evolution, the celebrity Colonel rotation, and the serious Colonel era that show adaptability while keeping the secret recipe mystique. All of it, global recognition, cross-cultural reach, and brand power that outperforms modern marketing, explains why the Colonel still rules the brand. 1. The timeless appeal of Colonel Sanders' image. Walk into any KFC restaurant around the world, and you'll see him, that unmistakable white-suited gentleman with a goatee and warm smile. The iconic Colonel Sanders image is instantly recognizable, and the brand itself is synonymous with finger-lickin' good fried chicken. His friendly face and signature white suit are instantly recognizable, transcending language and cultural barriers. What makes this particularly fascinating is that Colonel Sanders died way back in 1980, yet his face remains more prominent in global marketing than most living celebrities. A human face creates an emotional connection, making the brand more relatable and memorable. The Colonel doesn't just represent a brand, he's become a cultural symbol that connects with people across generations and continents. 2. A billion-dollar brand built on one man's legacy. As per Interbrand, KFC's brand value 2023 was $6.3 billion. That's an astronomical figure for a company whose primary mascot is a man who's been gone for over 4 decades. KFC, a name synonymous with fried chicken, has journeyed from a humble roadside restaurant to a global fast food powerhouse with over 23,000 locations worldwide. But how did this iconic brand overcome challenges and achieve over $1 billion in revenue? The numbers tell an incredible story. As of 2025, KFC boasts over 26,000 restaurants in more than 145 countries and territories worldwide. This staggering footprint is a testament to the universal appeal of fried chicken and KFC's successful international expansion strategy. Colonel Sanders' image has literally traveled the globe, becoming one of the most recognizable faces in business history. 3. The strategic evolution from founder to marketing icon. And here's something that might surprise you. Colonel Sanders actually sold KFC when he was 73 years old in 1964. In 1964, then 73 years old, he sold the company to a group of investors led by John Y. Brown Jr. and Jack C. Massey for $2 million, $20.3 million today. He retained control of operations in Canada, and he became a salaried brand ambassador for Kentucky Fried Chicken. What's brilliant about this transition is that Sanders remained as the face of the company even after giving up ownership. Sanders remained the company's symbol after selling it, traveling 200,000 miles, 320,000 kilometers, a year on the company's behalf and filming many TV commercials and appearances. This created something unique in business: a founder who became a full-time mascot, dedicating his golden years to building the brand's image rather than its operations. 4. The logo evolution that never left the Colonel behind. In 1959, KFC added Colonel Sanders' face to its logo, giving the brand a more personal and unique identity. Since then, the logo has undergone numerous redesigns, but one thing has remained constant: the Colonel's face. The Kentucky Fried Chicken logo, featuring Colonel Sanders, has evolved significantly since its debut in 1952. Each redesign captures contemporary design trends and reflects the brand's growth while preserving the founder's iconic image. From the original simple black and white design to today's modern minimalist approach, every iteration has kept the Colonel front and center. In 2014, KFC introduced a streamlined monochrome logo, spotlighting the Colonel's head above the bold, italicized KFC wordmark in a clean sans serif font. This design aimed to evoke nostalgia while refining the brand's visual identity. This consistency in visual identity is remarkable in an industry where brands constantly reinvent themselves. 5. Breaking through to millennials with an 80-year-old icon. You'd think young consumers would find Colonel Sanders outdated, right? Actually, the opposite happened. The new campaign, which KFC is calling the Recolonization, began from a need to engage the millennial market. According to Kevin Hochman, KFC's chief marketing officer, before the campaign started, only 2 out of 5 millennials had even tried KFC. Their new Colonel brand voice was that of an over-the-top salesman designed specifically to target their millennial buyer persona. "We're bringing back that over-the-top chicken salesman because millennials understand the joke," Hochman told the Associated Press. This insight was genius. Instead of abandoning their vintage mascot, they leaned into the irony and humor that younger audiences appreciate. 6. The Celebrity Colonel Rotation Strategy. The confusion stems from KFC's new marketing campaign, which has rotated a different comedian into the role of Colonel Sanders every 6 months or so. Instead of finding one perfect actor to play the Colonel, KFC did something unprecedented. They made Colonel Sanders into a role that multiple celebrities could inhabit. In May 2015, KFC brought the Colonel Sanders character back in new television advertisements, played by comedian Darrell Hammond. Since then, actors like Norm Macdonald, Jim Gaffigan, and others have donned the white suit. Like KFC says, Colonel Sanders was too big a personality to be portrayed by just one person. This rotating cast approach kept the character fresh while maintaining the core visual identity. 7. Global recognition that transcends cultural barriers. The Colonel Sanders image is a cornerstone of KFC's global marketing strategy. The Colonel acts as a trusted ambassador for the brand, conveying warmth, familiarity, and of course, the promise of finger-licking good food. What's remarkable is how well this distinctly American figure has translated across diverse global markets. In countries where fast food was virtually unknown, Colonel Sanders became an introduction to American dining culture. Generally, yes. The Colonel Sanders image is a recognizable symbol of KFC's brand identity. However, in some rare cases, KFC might adjust the Colonel's attire or background slightly to better resonate with a specific culture. The brand's ability to maintain global consistency while allowing for local adaptation has been key to its worldwide success. 8. The Serious Colonel era shows adaptability. KFC's Colonel Sanders is back at the forefront of the brand's marketing and has taken on a serious demeanor as part of a multi-phased campaign that aims to return the Yum brand's chain to growth, according to a press release. A new spot, Obsession, recounts the meticulous process that led the Colonel to come up with KFC's signature 11 herbs and spices recipe and chicken frying technique. The larger campaign, which is titled, "The Colonel Lived So We Could Chicken," and carries a significant media investment, was inspired by QSR research that showed consumers view Sanders as a cultural icon and resonate with a founder story they see as inherently American. Despite perceiving KFC as outdated and carrying bland food, 90% of non-customer respondents stated they had positive feelings toward the brand. Even when KFC faces challenges, they return to their founding figure as the solution. 9. The secret recipe mystique reinforces his legacy. KFC's legendary secret recipe, a blend of 11 herbs and spices that has attracted the interest of customers worldwide, is crucial to the company's success. This culinary mystery is an excellent marketing technique, distinguishing KFC's fried chicken from its competitors. The Colonel isn't just the face of KFC, he's literally the keeper of its most valuable secret. Sanders' secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices was perfected over the course of nearly a decade. This recipe, developed by Colonel Sanders himself, remains locked in a vault and known by only a handful of people. Every time someone bites into KFC chicken, they're essentially tasting Colonel Sanders' personal creation, making his continued presence feel authentic rather than manufactured. 10. Brand recognition that outperforms modern marketing. KFC ranked by the FE Index as number 2 most effective brand. This recognition speaks volumes about the effectiveness of their marketing approach centered around Colonel Sanders. A prominent feature of KFC's advertising is its iconic Colonel Sanders figure, which serves not only as a brand ambassador but also as a symbol of the quality and authenticity behind its product. Consider this. While other fast food chains cycle through different marketing campaigns, mascots, and celebrity endorsements, KFC has maintained the same central figure for over 6 decades. KFC boasts a highly recognizable brand identity, symbolized by the enduring image of Colonel Sanders in its logo, which has remained relatively unchanged since 1952. This consistency has created an almost unshakable brand recognition that competitors struggle to match.